Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, here's another law firm that is basically inviting victims of abuse in Scientology for a free consultation. Use your discretion, vet it out. Don't just trust any old law firm. And no shade against them. I don't know them. But that's it. So I'm trying to read it. It's so small. Ethan Ostroff Law. So they might be good. Personal injury, file Scientology lawsuit. Legal options for abuse victims. Get free consultation. This means current Scientologists and former Scientologists, just in case people were not clear on that one. Ron Hubbard, an American science fiction writer, started Scientology in the early 1950s. It's often described as a cult, a manipulative, profit-making business, and a new religious movement, while the church denies many allegations, including claims of abuse, forced labor, harassment, human trafficking, and sexual assault. Former members and critics have shared similar stories, leading to Scientology lawsuit. If you have suffered from any of these Scientology abuses, you can seek justice and hold the organization accountable by filing a Scientology lawsuit. Abuse attorneys at Ethan Ostroff Law and its affiliated firms specialize in handling complex abuse firms. Complex abuse cases and offer compassionate, knowledgeable support throughout the legal process. Our comprehensive guide delves into the intricate details of Scientology abuses, ongoing lawsuits in 2024, and how we can support victims. What is Scientology? Science fiction author L. Ron Hubbard claimed to have discovered the reactive mind, the subconscious portion of the mind responsible for negative behaviors and emotions. So he designed a set of practices known as Dianetics to help people overcome the limitations of their reactive minds and achieve spiritual freedom. Hubbard extended his earlier work in Dianetics by creating Scientology, the first of which opened in Los Angeles in 1954. He differentiated Dianetics from Scientology, saying that Dianetics was a mental therapy science and Scientology was a religion. Hubbard asserted that Scientology provided a superior route to spiritual enlightenment compared to other religious traditions. The organization quickly grew, establishing branches around the world and attracting celebrities like Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and Lisa Marie Presley. Scientology has been able to use the influence and platforms of these high-profile members to promote its teachings and gain new followers. Criminal allegations against Scientology. Many prominent Scientology members have left and spoken out about their experiences, raising questions about the church and its practices. Serious criminal allegations against the organization include cover-up of sexual assault. Scientology covers up allegations of sexual assault and other misconduct by its members, Some cases involve high-profile figures within the organization. Some cases involve high-profile figures within its organization. Emotional and physical abuse. Former members say they endured physical beatings, forced isolation, and other punishments within Scientology. Forced labor and human trafficking. Scientology supports its operations through forced labor and human trafficking. Former members allege they were forced to work long hours without pay and denied the right to leave. Fraud. Scientology uses deceptive practices, including misrepresenting their services, benefits, and engaging in misleading fundraising activities, constituting fraud. Harassment of critics. Scientology has a long history of harassing and intimidating its critics, like former members and journalists. It files frivolous lawsuits, engages in surveillance, and other forms of harassment. Scientology has consistently denied these claims, but evidence against the organization continues to mount. Legal battles of Scientology. Scientology has faced numerous lawsuits with former members and others alleging abuses, fraud, and misconduct. Some notable cases include Claire and Mark Headley. Former members alleged abusive treatment and sued Scientology under anti-trafficking laws in 2009. They settled out of court in 2012. Danny Masterson. Accused of rape, Masterson faced lawsuits from multiple women. They claimed Scientology concealed his crimes. Masterson was convicted in 2023 and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. Guywan Baxter, Laura Baxter, and Valeska Paris. These former members filed a significant lawsuit against Scientology's leader and affiliated corporations. They alleged forced labor, abuse, and coercion, both in Florida and on Scientology's cruise ship, the Free Ones. Lawrence Wollersheim. He sued in 1986, winning $30 million, but the verdict was overturned on appeal. He claimed abusive practices during his time in Scientology. Leah Remini. An ex-member, Remini sued Scientology in 2023 for harassment, stalking, and defamation. Lisa McPherson, a Scientology member who died in 1995. Her family sued Scientology, alleging the organization's abusive practices contributed to her death. The case was settled out of court in 2004. Scientology faced various global legal disputes, including religious discrimination, copyright issues, and defamation cases. Many lawsuits were settled out of court, raising concerns about Scientology's use of resources to silence critics and avoid public scrutiny. Get a free consultation. Again, like I said, vet it out, you guys. Because you guys, you know it's Scientology. Just never know what they're going to do. Scientology lawsuit updates in 2024. In 2023, Ethan Ostroff Law and its partners closely track ongoing Scientology-related legal proceedings to keep our clients well informed. Here are the latest developments. Leah Remini's harassment lawsuit. In August 2023, actress and former Scientologist Remini sued the Church of Scientology and its leader David Miscavige. She alleges years of harassment, intimidation, and defamation aimed at ruining her life and career. Remini seeks unspecified damages and injunctive relief to end Scientology's policies against suppressive persons. The next hearing is scheduled for December 4th, with the trial starting on September 22nd, 2025. It's right around the corner. Danny Masterson's conviction in civil lawsuit. Actor and practicing Scientologist, Masterson was convicted of 2 counts of rape in May 2023 and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison in September 2023. Masterson also faces a civil lawsuit filed by his accusers, alleging harassment and intimidation. 2 of Masterson's former attorneys were sanctioned in June 2023 for leaking confidential discovery material about his victims to the Church of Scientology. Let's not forget, I'm just adding in here, Paul Haggis. Groundbreaking lawsuit against Scientology. In a significant development, 3 individuals who were raised in Scientology and forced to work for the organization from childhood filed a groundbreaking lawsuit in September 2023. The suit targets Scientology's leader, David Miscavige, and 5 affiliated corporations, citing violations of the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act. The plaintiffs detail appalling mistreatment, including forced labor, verbal and physical abuse, intimidation, and coercion. These incidents occurred both at Scientology's main headquarters in Clearwater, Florida, and on board Scientology's cruise ship, the Freewinds. Stay tuned for further Scientology lawsuit updates. Empowering survivors of Scientology abuse. If you've experienced abuse within the Church of Scientology, consider taking these empowering steps. Report the abuse. Notify the relevant authorities to ensure accountability and prevent future incidents. I would add in there, get a copy of it. I don't trust a lot of these police officers. Seek support. Reach out to advocacy groups and legal aid organizations dedicated to exposing and combating abuses. Raise awareness. Use social media, write letters to elected officials, and participate in protests to shed light on the issue and speak out against the organization. Support advocacy organizations. Contribute to foundations like the Leah Remini Foundation and the Aftermath Foundation, actively working to expose Scientology abuses. Me personally, I don't know about Aftermath Foundation. I personally would not endorse it. File a Scientology lawsuit. If you've experienced abuse within the Church of Scientology, seek justice and compensation through a Scientology lawsuit. Here's how. Find a Scientology abuse lawyer. Look for a lawyer with expertise in Scientology cases. You can search online or use a legal referral service to find suitable representation. Gather evidence. Collect any evidence supporting your abuse claim, such as medical records, witness statements, or Church of Scientology correspondence. Report to the authorities. File a complaint with law enforcement. Again, you guys, you got to know who you can trust, like local police or the Federal Bureau of Investigations, as applicable to your circumstances. File a Scientology lawsuit. Work with your attorney to file the necessary legal documents against the Church of Scientology. Participate in legal proceedings. Attend court hearings and provide testimony as required. Your attorney will assist you throughout the legal process. Compensation in Scientology abuse cases. The amount awarded in Scientology abuse cases varies based on each case's details and legal outcomes. Some were settled privately, while others led to significant sums. For example, Larry Wollersheim, a former Scientologist, won $30 million in damages for mental distress in 1980. The award was reduced to $2.5 million on appeal. The church settled a wrongful death suit for Lisa McPherson's estate in 2004. The exact amount remains undisclosed. However, typical damages include emotional distress, legal fees and costs, medical expenses, loss of consortium, loss of enjoyment of life, lost wages, pain and suffering, punitive damages, therapy and counseling. Get a free consultation. Factors in determining damages in Scientology abuse lawsuits. In Scientology abuse lawsuits, the amount of compensation depends on several factors. Nature of abuse. This includes the physical, emotional, and psychological harm suffered by the victim. Duration and impact. How long the abuse lasted and how it affected the victim's life, including financial losses. Responsibility of the church. The degree to which the Church of Scientology is at fault, whether through negligence or intentional actions. Punitive damages. Whether additional damages are necessary to prevent similar incidents and hold the church accountable. Legal complexity. The complexities of the case, including any legal or religious freedom issues, because they always like to use that. Jurisdiction differences. Laws and standards vary in different places, affecting how damages are determined. These considerations change based on the specific case and the location where the lawsuit is filed. Choose Ethan Ostroff Law. Experiencing abuse within Scientology can be deeply distressing. At Ethan Ostroff Law and our affiliated firms, we firmly uphold the right to practice religion in a safe and healthy environment. However, we also believe in accountability. Religious organizations must be held accountable when they engage in harmful behavior. Our team of Scientology abuse lawyers understands the emotional challenges you face. We provide compassionate and empathetic legal counsel, ensuring your rights are safeguarded throughout the process. Schedule a free consultation today to discuss your situation and legal options. Call Ethan Ostroff Law at 610-510-8883. Frequently asked questions. Who is suing the Church of Scientology? Leah Remini filed the most recent case against the church in August 2023. Actress and ex-member Remini sued the church and its leader David Miscavige, alleging defamation, harassment, and stalking. She aims to stop Scientology's alleged harmful practices against individuals it labels as enemies. What did Leah Remini say about Danny Masterson? Former Scientology member Leah Remini has criticized the church's handling of the Danny Masterson case. Fellow Scientologist Masterson was convicted of 2 counts of rape in May 2023 and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. And to my knowledge, I'm adding this in, to my knowledge, Danny Masterson is still a Scientologist. Isn't that wonderful? Remini has expressed relief that Masterson is no longer on the streets and unable to violently assault and rape women with the help of Scientology. She has also thanked the women who stood up to Masterson and the church. Who was the actress who spoke out about Scientology? Leah Remini is the actress who spoke out about Scientology. She left the church in 2013 and has been its outspoken critic since. I always think critic should be just be called questioner. Remini sued the church for allegedly attempting to destroy her life after she left it. She accused it of using its leaders and followers to engage in a conspiracy to cover up crimes of sexual violence and of using its financial resources, religious protection, and relationships to withhold justice. Remini spoke about the sentencing of actor and Scientologist Danny Masterson, who was convicted on 2 counts of rape in May 2023. The church denied allegations that it harassed Masterson's accusers. You guys, you know who I don't see there? I don't see that Mike Rinder ever sued Scientology. Huh. Must be a coincidence, huh? What is the Church of Scientology accused in lawsuits? In lawsuits against the Church of Scientology, has been accused of numerous crimes, including child abuse, forced labor, harassment, human trafficking, and intimidation. Some lawsuits have also alleged that the church has policies, exactly, you guys, that enable or encourages these abuses. Exactly, that's what we need to go after. Once that happens, it's over. What are the 3 main principles of Scientology? The 3 main principles of Scientology are: human beings are immortal. A person's life experience transcends a single lifetime. Human beings have infinite capabilities. What is a suppressive person in Scientology? A suppressive person is a term used in Scientology to describe someone who seeks to suppress other people in their vicinity and would goof up or vilify any effort to help. The Church of Scientology officially labels a person as a suppressive person so that others will know not to associate with them. To be declared as such an extremely rare and results in expulsion from the Scientology religion. A suppressive person is also a questioner. What can be done to help end Scientology abuses? Ex-Scientologist, oh, here we go. I'm just going to read it. Ex-Scientologist Mike Rinder lists on his blog actions that can be taken to help end Scientology abuses. You know, like he did, right? He suggests speaking out against the church, advocating for legal and regulatory action against it, and assisting victims of Scientology abuse. Rinder also suggests supporting organizations, and that convenient there, that work to expose Scientology abuses, like the Leah Remini Foundation and the Aftermath Foundation. Is the Leah Remini Foundation new, you guys? I never heard of it before. Get free consultation for your case. Please complete the short form to have Ethan Ostroff Law review your case at no cost and in complete confidence. We will get back to you within 48 hours to discuss your situation. By submitting your case for review, you are agreeing to our terms of use. I'm going to click on that. And then you put your first name, your last name. Again, you guys, just vet it out real good. They could be very helpful, beneficial to help you. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.